on that Good Friday. Troy, first of all, get us started, my friend. Tell us about this event, its history, why you all do this. How about some of those things?
Well, about 8 years ago, at one of our business meetings, Fritz had the idea because I want to have a blood drive and I want to do it on Good Friday. I personally thought that was a great idea, kind of had some contacts in the industry. So I said, hey, Fritz, I'd like to get involved. From that point, it's just grown leaps and bounds every year. I think the first year we did 36, 38 units. We finished last year, phenomenal turnout, 154 units of blood donated on that day. We do it once a year. It's on a day that what better way to give of yourself to help your fellow neighbor, maybe even one of your own family members. It's just amazing the outpour that we've had from the community. And, going on with being able to help, someone you may know. We deal with that right in our department. As much as it pains me to say this, if you remember during the COVID years, they were actually using transfusions to help that happen. We actually had a member's wife that got one of those, and it was like 6 hours.
Right.
And she was back on her feet. You just never know who you're going to be able to help.
Yeah. Fritz, I know this started as kind of a memorial drive, did it not? Pull that mic close to you there and tell us about that.
Didn't necessarily start that way.
Oh, okay. I thought it did. I'm sorry.
But we did do a memorial.
Done a couple of them.
We've done a couple of them, which is great. We got a lot of family members in there and stuff like that. And when we talk about that, like Troy said, the service that you can provide. And I guess I'll go off on a tangent on that because I got the microphone. Number one, it's no secret. I'm a farmer, I'm a firefighter, and I have family history. I've been fighting cancer for 3 years. A good friend of mine on Clinton Fire Department, bless his heart, he's also fighting cancer. In fact, John, if you're listening, good morning, God bless you, and we're going to keep fighting. But I go to Decatur, and it doesn't matter where you go for your infusions or your treatments, but I happen to go to Decatur. And when you go into the infusion department down there, number one, the nurses are phenomenal, but the people that are there that have this are amazing. The care, the compassion, the conversations that you can get into when you're sitting down there with the bags hanging on the post and you're getting your chemo treatment, and you feel like crap. Just basically, you feel like crap. But everybody is so outpouring of emotions and care, and you sit across from someone that has a different cancer than what you have. Theirs requires blood. Maybe they have leukemia, maybe they have something else. Their body has quit making blood. So we're providing that life-sustaining red, beautiful stuff that comes out to keep these people going. And it allows them to hug their wife, hug their grandkids, survive a little bit longer, take care of the business that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
It is amazing what you can see down there, and then to find out that this little bit of time that we can donate to come do this blood. It's a very short period of time in someone's life, but it can prolong someone else's for so much longer period of time and allow them to do the things and have the life that they need to have. And it's just, until you witness it, it's hard to imagine.
Well, and I was just going to say that, it probably means that much more to you. I don't know if now would be fair to say, but, just having gone through what you've gone through, I venture a guess this effort just means that much more to you then.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And like I say, when you see what it's doing for people to keep them going, and it's such a simple process. it provides so much by doing so little.
Swing that over to Michelle, because Michelle, I know you have spoken a lot, and I'm sure you see the need for blood and the donation. Speak to that a little bit more this morning.
Yeah, for sure. With blood donation, it's not something that everybody thinks about, like Fritz and you were saying. And especially during the holiday season, our blood donations go down quite a bit. So that's why this blood drive that they hold every year on Good Friday has such an impact, because a lot of times that will be the weekend where there's a lot less blood on the shelves, and this helps replenish that quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And right now there's a really big critical need for the O positive and O negative.
Now, which one of those is the universal one?
O positive.
O positive, yeah.
So, and also like you said, Fritz, just taking that hour of your time saves other people a lot more of their life.
Yeah, if you don't mind, expand on the time commitment it takes to give blood. What's the process like? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So once you get your appointment scheduled, which is super easy, when you go online or call one of these guys, once you get there, you actually get registered. And if you have an appointment scheduled, you may have already done your what we call early queue, which is your medical questionnaire. So that saves you a step when you get to your appointment. And then you go straight over to your medical screening, which is like a mini physical. And then you go over to the chair for your blood donation. The actual time for the blood donation when you're in the chair can be anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. And like these guys
2
have
hours,
joked.
2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yeah.
We've got it on record.
Some of the flow is really quick. So
Yeah, sure.
But the whole process, allow for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Got it. Sure. Now, and I don't know if I'm going to steal like Carrie or Troy's thunder at all, but can you speak to like being prepared for that day in terms of like registration, filling out your questionnaire, having that ready to go when you get there to make it a little bit shorter? Can you speak to that?
Yes. So just make sure you already have your appointment scheduled. That will allow you to get that questionnaire completed. You'll have a QR code on your phone. That saves a little bit of time once you get there.
If I can interject, just
Yeah.
make sure you can't do the early queue until the day of.
Yeah. If you do it the
Day
night,
of,
I've learned
yes.
that the hard way the last time I did this. If you do it the night before, it doesn't count. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then just make sure you're prepared. Drink plenty of water, have breakfast, eat, just be prepared for that.
Sure, very good. Perhaps we should tell folks, Good Friday, of course, obviously March 29th. Casey, where is the event? When is what time is the event? Speak to those things for us here this morning.
Well, yeah, it's March 29th down at Kenney Fire Department in the huge town of Kenney down there. I think does that a lot, doesn't it?
It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Yeah.
Worry not about it.
So down in a huge, what do we have down there? Population 350 people. Yeah. So and we're doing 150 units down there, so that's pretty impressive. But it starts at we're starting at 11 this year. And going through 6, 11:30, going through 6. Sorry, this was his notes on mine.
Troy, write better for us next time. So, Carrie, I know that you have talked in the past about just the health benefits of this. The work you do for the community. Not only that, yourself. Kind of speak to the benefits.
Well, the great thing about Impact Life, and if I can expand on some of the stuff that was said here, is the great thing about Impact Life is when you donate with Impact Life, the blood stays local. They're a smaller. They're only in 4 states, so the blood's going to stay. So it's small town people helping small town people by doing your local blood donation. So, it's a good possibility. Like Fritz is talking about down there in Decatur and stuff. They're using Impact Life blood. 127 hospitals, I believe it is, right? That they actually donate to. Plus, they also donate to the ambulance and stuff that carry the ones that do actually carry on board blood and the helicopter life flight.
Yeah.
So it's more of a local thing, and it's great, man. I mean, it doesn't cost you a dime; just costs you a little bit of time. You go there, you sit down, you roll up your sleeve, you hang out with your friends and neighbors, you have a great time. It takes about an hour of your time, and you make that big of an impact. Your blood donation actually benefits 3 lives. Each unit that's donated impacts 3 lives. So if we did 154, you talk about 462 lives we impacted last year.
Yeah, that's
And that's
crazy.
huge.
Yeah,
That's absolutely huge.
Wild. What does that impact do, Michelle? Can you speak to your just Impact Life, where you serve, how much that means to just this effort that these guys put on? Can you speak to that a little bit further for us?
Yeah, like he mentioned, we are the exclusive provider of blood products for over 120 hospitals through Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Missouri. And with the blood donations here and what they receive, I mean, that makes a huge impact on the shelves. Where we see a little bit lower supply on the holiday weekends, like I had mentioned, this helps that greatly.
Yeah. How like, do you have a breakdown of like how far a donation from just one individual can go, what that can do for a person? I don't know if that's anything you know off the top of your head.
That's a pretty wide tangent what they do with the blood and different.
Yeah,
individuals.
okay.
So you can get multiple products out of
Yeah,
out
that's
of each one.
that's what I meant. Like it can help multiple people in multiple circumstances. Yeah, that's what I was kind of.
It's far-reaching.
Sure. Casey, speak to. I know in the past you've talked about the actual process itself is somewhat of a mini physical, and it impacts your own health. Speak to that.
Exactly. I mean, we're a farming community. What farmer goes to a doctor? I mean, they never do until they have a problem. It never replaces going to your doctor, but you go in there, they check your. It is like a mini physical. They check your blood pressure, your O2 levels, stuff that you can't do at home and really understand what's going on, and it could uncover an underlying issue that you don't see is going on. We've had a couple people in the past, they've been disqualified because something's going on, and they go to their doctor and follow up, and next year they're back donating blood again and thanking us. I mean, they had no idea what was happening, and just the mental aspect of it. Going, how good you see someone broke down the side of the road, needs their tire changed, you pull over and help them change their tire. I mean, how good of a feeling is that to you? There's nothing in it for you. When you come and you donate blood, it's the same concept. It's such a spiritual, if you will, and mental, it just makes you feel good, just overall,
Sure.
And I mean, you can't beat the desserts we have either. So
That's the best part right there.
Exactly.
All right, swing that over to Troy. I want to get Troy to tell us how folks get registered, where they can register, when they can register, all those things. Troy.
Right now, you could go to Impact Life, their website. Just put in Kenney, Illinois for a search, or there's a sponsor code of 61509. That makes it a little quicker. You can always call Fritz at 217-620-5407, KC at 217-416-1599, Brian at 217-737-5407, or myself at area code 563-321-0416. We'll be glad to set you up an appointment. We appreciate the appointments, but we are accepting walk-ins. So if you just don't know what time you're available, just come out between 11:30 and 6. And
very good. How is signups going? Like, I know you don't want to give a number, but how's that process going?
We're doing pretty good. We still have quite a few openings through the center of the day, beginning of the day and the end of the day. That fills up usually pretty quick. But we've got quite a few openings still.
Sure. Did I miss anything, guys, you want to put out about the drive? Troy, KC, Michelle, anything? Fritz, anything we didn't cover? I think we're good. Very good. Go ahead, Fritz.
We don't mind right now. If our phones start ringing while we're in here doing the interview, we'll just hand the microphone to somebody else and start going that
There you go. Easy enough. Very good. Let's take a break here, friends. Come back with some more. Again, that's Troy KC and Fritz Robinson with the Kenney Fire Department and Michelle Trunnell with Impact Life. More to come with them on The Morning Show.
WHOW. Central Illinois' news, agriculture, and sports station, WHOW, on all of its platforms, AM, FM, and streamed online,
are bringing all the great things happening at our local high schools to the radio in March.
We're hitting the road for the WHOW High School Road Tour.
Join us as we broadcast live from the Argenta Oriana High School from 9 till 10 in the morning on Wednesday, March 13th. Interviewing the Argenta Oriana High School principal, athletic director, student council president, and one of the club's student presidents. This WHOW High School Road Tour stop at Argenta Oriana High School is brought to you by these sponsors: Gerber State Bank in Argenta and Oriana. Building relationships and communities together. Member FDIC. And Screen This Printing and Embroidery in Argenta. For more info, check us out on Facebook.
This Miller Media Group radio station and our online daily newspaper, DeWittDailyNews.com, have got winter weather covered. With our exclusive event delay software, closings and cancellations are posted instantly when received, 24/7, and also air every 10 minutes during applicable times. And find out the latest road conditions at the road conditions icon on DeWittDailyNews.com. Whether online or on air, we've got you covered.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Connexus will provide local, reliable, affordable, and speed-of-light fiber internet to Clinton. Get on the install list now by clicking the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. Fiber internet is coming to Clinton. Get on the install list now.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, in studio with us today, the gentleman from the Kenney Fire Department and Michelle Trunnell with Impact Life. We spent the first segment talking about their Good Friday blood drive that comes up on March the 29th. KC, tell us about your Daytona fundraiser. How did this year's event go?
Well, out at the Eagles, they give us the platform every year to come in there and do a fundraiser that benefits Clinton, Wapella, and Kenney Fire Departments. And these are the funds that we get to use for the things that we need. That's just not in the budget. And it's a great group of people out there. What they do at the Eagles, what they do to this community is just amazing. And to allow us to come in there and do this is, pretty humbling. This year, of course, the race got canceled, so it kind of impacted the numbers of people that showed up out there, because some people come out for the race, some people come out just for the camaraderie or what have you. But we still was able to raise over $41,000 for three, they'll be split between three departments. And to me, that's pretty impressive in this day and age. It's a tough economy right now. A lot of people are struggling, and to be able to have our community support us to that level, it's just inspiring to me.
So, Casey, maybe there's folks out there hearing about the Daytona fundraiser for the first time this morning. Kind of walk us through what the day looks like. How does the event go?
Well, it's an all-day event, and it's a lot of work's put into it. The ladies at the Eagles and the people they're on the committee and everything, they put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and everything into this. We do a reverse raffle, which is a lot of fun. You get in on that $100 ticket, but I think this year you could win up to $6,000 if it went down to one person. So it's a lot of fun. People really get into that. But they have a silent auction, they have a live auction. We start off at noon. We go through the evening. Some of them go till 7:30, depending on how many people are there and what's happening. Later in the days when the live auction goes on, which everybody really enjoys doing that. But we have food is provided there. If you want to donate, you can donate. They do the NASCAR board, so you can come in, you blind pick a number, and you have a chance to win money. I actually won money this year on the NASCAR board. Yeah.
Nice.
And I didn't even know about it, but and just the whole day, it's just a lot of fun. A lot of people. You'll see people you haven't seen in a few years that are coming out to this thing, and catch up. It's just a great group.
Sure. Fritz, spend a few minutes telling us a little bit about the Kenney Fire Department, why this event is so important to your group. How about that?
Well, this event, like Casey said, $41,000 split between three departments. I'm one of the trustees on Kenney Fire Department also. And like I just said when we were off air, I said anything that is painted fire department red, the expense is just phenomenal anymore. And we have things that are mandated that we have to do, we have to have. The problem is they mandate it, we have to have it. They just don't tell us how we're supposed to pay for it. This isn't nice. Welcome to the state of Illinois. But it just happens to be what it is. And the money that we get here really helps supplement our budget to buy equipment, supplies, personal protective, whatever we utilize it for on that year, really helps on our line items on our budget.
Tell us what you've used the money for in the past.
Rescue jacks that we did a couple of years ago. One of those things that when you buy them, you hope you never have to use it. I think a few years ago we supplemented for the grain bin tube when we purchased it.
DeWalt power tools.
And our battery-powered tools on the trucks that we now have. It's just a lot of stuff that really benefits our department that we probably couldn't have or would be delayed in getting if we didn't have this funding.
For sure. Very good. Good stuff there, Fritz. Appreciate that. I'll tell you what, let's wrap up. Casey, did I miss anything on the fundraiser you want to put out there for us before we kind of wrap up this morning?
No, I think we pretty much touched base on it, like I said. And again, like I said, just the Eagles giving us the platform they give us to allow us to do this is just such a huge impact. And, there's community support behind that.
Sure. Swing that over to Troy. And Troy, one more time, tell us about the blood drive, the when, the where, and how folks get signed up.
It's Friday, March 29th from 11:30 to 6:30 at Kenney Firehouse. You can go to the Impact Life website. You can call Fritz at 217-620-5407, KC at 217-416-1599, Brian at 217-737-5407, or myself at 563-321-0416.
Good stuff. Awesome. Guys, I'll see you there. Can't wait. I'll give Giving Blood a try one more time here, and appreciate you guys coming out and talking with us about the, again, Good Friday blood drive, if I can get it out this morning, on March the 29th. That's the gentleman from the Kenney Fire Department and Michelle Trunnell with Impact Life in studio with us. Network news on the way.
WHOW.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Summerson.